To break up the truck review onslaught, I thought I would cover some new improvements to vehicles as of Phase 6. I've been receiving a lot of comments asking for reviews and my opinions on the new upgrades for the Transtar, the Dan, and the Derry Longhorn. So today, we're going to do a very quick, informal overview of these upgrades. So before we start, I ask that you please help support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel as well. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump into these three and check them out. I always wondered why the Transtar was the only highway truck missing a raised suspension upgrade until Phase 6. I'm not sure why this was added so late, but we all know what a raised kit can do for a vehicle's performance. Along with an added clearances, it gets a 3-inch tire upgrade as well. With the addition of this upgrade, could they be setting it up for an all-wheel drive or differential locking upgrade? Who knows? But what I do know is this truck's performance has increased, allowing it to venture to deeper places. I don't want to say too much until my formal review, but you can see more of this on display from a good friend and streamer, District B13_U. You've heard me speak on suspensions decreasing stability, but in this case, the Dan holds up pretty darn well with its wide gate and flexible frame. The Dan is known for nose collisions from its overhang and front-heavy nature. However, this upgrade noticeably lowers nose collisions in a very bumpy main region. I found this to be very pleasing because those hang-ups and damage hits over time, they do add up. Also, the active suspension allows the Dan to be a good candidate for high saddle missions if needed. However, I still don't think it should be a #1 pick over those high-sitting, massive 8x8 Colobs or the Zix 605R, but hey, it's still a good backup. I've heard quite a few opinions about this engine before testing it myself, and a lot of them are valid. However, I wanted to put things into perspective based upon where the Derry was till now. Back in the day, we knew that the Derry had a very strong engine, yet it lacked power due to being the 5th heaviest vehicle in the game. One of the largest wish list requests for this game probably was this upgrade right here. Some people might think the new engine is strong enough, and others may feel that it's insufficient. Yet the new engine brings the Derry's power from B+, which was the worst power to weight in the game for any hauling class vehicle, to a rating of A. I spoke about putting things into perspective. Well, to start, these truck classes all serve a purpose. For instance, most heavy class trucks are slow, heavy, and they just grind through terrain at slower paces with success. There are a few outliers that act like the off-road class trailblazers, but I think some folks had hopes that the Derry Longhorn 4520 would turn into this crazed beast with so much power that the only gearbox viable would be the high range. I think we all need to see the 4520 for what it is. It's a slow, heavyweight terrain grinder, not an off-road class trailblazer like some of the elite off-road class trucks. I do feel that it sometimes can handle the high range gearbox due to the sheer power of this engine in certain situations, but overall I believe its performance increases substantially with the off-road gearbox. I'm very pleased with this upgrade, other than its poor fuel economy, which was to be expected, but I'm sure you all knew that I would mention that one anyways. So in conclusion, overall I believe all these upgrades are good and they add value to these trucks, and they make them better off-roaders. However, I do feel there are other vehicles that need desperate upgrades as well, but I'm gonna spare you that lecture for another time. Lastly, I also feel that these upgrades should have been added to the garage instead of discovered upgrades on later endgame maps. My reasoning is pretty simple. It would be really nice to utilize these upgrades from the start of the game. I think an idea Saber could use is to attach a level requirement to some upgrades like the free DLC trucks have, or add them to early maps, which would make them usable in the early game. So in closing, I'm pleased that Saber is making progress by upgrading these vehicles. I just really hope that they continue to improve their SnowRunner fleet. Try these upgrades out and let me know what you think. I hope this short, informal upgrade review gave you a fresh, new perspective of the Transtar, the Dan, and the Derry Longhorn. Please smash that like button. Definitely share this video with someone who is currently playing Season 6, and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you don't miss any future content. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. God bless and stay upright.